All right, so 2025 is here and Marvel movies are about to roll in. Let's go.
I told you, you're not welcome here. More drinking than I'll leave.
Welcome back, fellow movie lovers, to another video of Everything Movies. I'm your host, Jefferson Coe, and today I will be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine.
Life is a mystery.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do. Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
Deadpool and the Wolverine is directed by Sean Levy, and this is the third director that this franchise has hired to make their movies. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with having different directors, it's just that ultimately the movies have a different feel to each and every one of them, and Deadpool is not exempt from this result. The first Deadpool movie has a whole different type of feel from the second one. The second one was more family oriented, and the first one was more action packed and kind of like introduced us to the character. And then this third one felt even more different because it had to do with multiverse stuff, and it had to get Deadpool into the MCU, and it had to connect Deadpool to Wolverine. All of these different things contributed to it feeling like a different type of film. And I think that in a way, this hindered the movie from being consistent. The first, second, and third movie, they all feel like three different things, and that was my biggest gripe with the film. Other than that, like, it was fun, it was entertaining, it was funny, it had a lot of things going for it, and I really appreciate Marvel for creating such an entertaining film. However, I do appreciate when characters that have been there from the very beginning still gets their proper send-offs, or they get better treatment throughout the trilogy, and I just cannot excuse this movie because of my love for Marvel. I'm a big Marvel fan, and this movie was everything that I wanted it to be and more until I realized, I was like, man, this does not fully wrap up everything that I wanted. It didn't scratch all of the itches that I wanted it to scratch, as far as their other characters, as far as staying continuity wise, like staying within the context of what happened in the second film and building up from that. Even Deadpool's character, in my opinion, went backwards in this third film, and then he had to solve the same problem that he solved in the first movie internally, and that is something that I just, couldn't look past as a Marvel fan and as just a lover of movies. Now, the plot of this film is fairly simple. However, it does have a lot going on. And but this movie revolves around Deadpool, or Wade Wilson. He gets pulled out of his world from the TVA, the people that were introduced in Loki in that series. And if you hadn't watched that, you probably wouldn't know who the TVA are. And they tell him that his world is slowly dying, like his whole entire universe is slowly being pruned, basically. And he has to basically figure out how he can save his universe. And along the way, the one person that could possibly save his universe is, you guessed it, the Wolverine. And Deadpool is played by Ryan Reynolds, and the Wolverine is played by Hugh Jackman. And both of them do amazing in their roles and their chemistry and their bantering and all of that, which just goes really well. They're both very, very, very good actors, and they do amazing at the jobs that they do. And so they go on this huge adventure to try to save their universe, and that's basically the plot of the story. I don't want to go too deep into the plot because that is not what I'm here for. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It's a film that I can always rewatch and have a good time and laugh at new things that I didn't even notice, because this script is so jam-packed with jokes and references and things that Deadpool just says about real life. I don't often catch them all in every single watch, so it's definitely a rewatchable movie. I can turn it on and laugh some more. I'm like, I never heard him say that. But in this one watch in the most recent watch, I found some things that I didn't even catch. And so I think that's always fun when you are rewatching or revisiting a movie. And this movie does have that factor to it. You can definitely go back and enjoy it more and more and more. However, like I said, I just think that I wish that his relationship with Vanessa and his relationship with himself, how he feels internally about himself and about his self-worth, I wish they hadn't went backwards. I don't know what they were thinking in the writer's room. I don't know. Me personally, I would have rewatched. I would have rewatched the second movie before getting into the scripting, the writing room, because there were some things that I was like, did they forget that this happened in the second movie? Like, like it was some things that I could not, even on my first watch, I was like, this definitely happened in the second movie. I don't know why he's already why he's having to redo these lessons that he supposedly already learned in the second movie. And so though that's just my biggest concern with this movie. Overall, I think that Marvel is back. And well, they never really left. In my opinion, I've always been a Marvel fan and I always will be, because they just brought so much joy to my life from growing up. So I'm just thankful to be alive to experience all of these cool comic book movies that are coming out, and especially from how Marvel has made me feel. I remember getting so hyped, y'all, as a teenager. I remember getting so hyped for certain trailers, for certain movies, and this movie was one of those movies that I was like really anticipating. It was, in fact, my most anticipated movie of 2024. And I just love that Marvel can still give me those feelings when making a movie, and they can still make me feel like really ecstatic about a new project that they are about to release. So this is something that I'm just like, I truly enjoyed it, despite its issues that I have with it. This is just, I don't think it was like a groundbreaking Marvel film movie, like just another Deadpool adventure. And now, like, after the hype and after the excitement of the movie dropping, I'm not really like that to like, oh my god, this is the best Marvel movie ever. Like, I don't really feel like that, when watching this movie. But I will say it's a good one. And I'm glad that Marvel can still produce really good projects like that. No project is ever really perfect, especially from a company that their whole thing is to make a big old universe and make everything all connect. There's going to be some loose ends happening. There's going to be some mishaps and mistakes, and maybe even like they're going to have to rewrite stuff. And I get it, so it's a hard project, the MCU. It's a hard project to really just develop and build. And I give Kevin Feige all the props for like even creating this and giving my own childhood and adolescent years so much fun and excitement and things to look forward to. Like I said, I loved Marvel growing up, and I still love Marvel now. So that is all I have to say about Deadpool. I talk more about Marvel because Deadpool, even in the movie, he's talking about Marvel and Disney and Fox and all that. Like, he's just such a meta character. And so, but overall, I think the movie was great. And if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? It's a Marvel movie. It made over $1 billion. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go see it. Or it may not be for everybody though, but it's a fun one. Like, if you just want to watch something funny, entertaining, action-packed, this is a good one. If you want to miss out on it, nah, it's okay. It's okay. No one's hurt from it. They've already made their money. I'm not hurt from it either as a Marvel fan. But yeah, no, that's all I have to say about this movie, and that'll be all for this movie review. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked what you saw here, please drop a like and subscribe, and go into the comments below and talk about the movie, talk about anything Marvel. I would love to continue that conversation. Like I said, I'm a big Marvel fan, so in like anything, I've seen it all. I've seen all the MCU, even the good, the bad, and the ugly, and on Disney Plus and everything. Like, I've seen it all. So if you want to talk about it, I will continue that conversation with you. And also, don't forget to ring the bell. That will let you know when another video is about to drop. And that will be all for this video. I will see you all next time.